Why buy land in Jamaica? Is purchasing land or vacant lots a better alternative to purchasing a house? Let's get into the video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're discussing buying land in Jamaica, some advantages and some disadvantages. We actually sold a property recently in St. Thomas, a vacant lot, and the amount of interest in that property was very telling in terms of the direction Jamaicans are currently going in. There was a very clear sense of urgency amongst the buyers or potential buyers, suggesting that people are very interested in purchasing land. I actually made a video similar to this one, similar topic, very short video. It's called Why is Real Estate a Good Investment? You can go back and watch that. But today we're speaking specifically about land. Should you purchase land in Jamaica? Should you buy land as opposed to buying a house? I'm going to cover some reasons and some scenarios where it might be beneficial in comparison to the main alternative, which would be buying a house. So be sure to watch the whole video. So let's start out by making a direct comparison between the two paths, which are buying a house and buying land and then building on that land. So the first question we have to ask is, am I purchasing this $25 million house out of pocket, or am I going to purchase this $9 million piece of land and then spend another $16 million out of pocket to build on that land? So this is the first scenario. So let's say you go ahead and you purchase the $25 million house out of pocket, right? If you're in need of a place to live immediately, that would probably be the best option. But let's say you're not in immediate need of a place to stay. Purchasing that $9 million piece of land and then building on that land is also another great option. And so in addition to the time that purchasing land can give you, it also gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of how much you're willing to spend, for example, or the types of finishes that you might want, or the number of bedrooms and the number of bathrooms that you might want, all of that. So if you're somebody that might enjoy the amount of time and flexibility that purchasing land can give you, that might just be the better option. Buying land and building on that land also gives you the ability to add a lot more value to the property. So for example, you might buy a house and the kitchen might not be in good condition, which is a key factor in maximizing the value of the property. Building from scratch gives you the ability to make sure that the kitchen is in good condition from the initial stages, and also the ability to do that in a cost-effective way. Now let's move on to the second scenario, which will be sort of more relatable to most people. Let's say you're not purchasing that house out of pocket or cash, or let's say you're not purchasing the land out of pocket or cash. In the case of purchasing a house in this scenario, you would most likely be going down a traditional mortgage route. For example, let's say it's a $17 million 2-bedroom house that you're purchasing. The bank would give you the money or give over the money to the seller, whoever you're purchasing the property from, and then you would go ahead and repay the bank. So that would be the traditional mortgage. On the other hand, let's say you purchase a $6 million piece of land, but you end up not having the finances to move forward with construction. What you could do in this scenario is get a loan specifically for constructing the building or whatever plan you had in mind, and you'll also have the benefit of doing everything in stages. And getting a loan specifically for construction isn't a foreign concept. We run into these kinds of situations on a daily basis where we help clients going through the process. So what we would do is, in addition to doing as is or current state valuation on the property, we would do what is called a projected valuation report based on the intended plans. Then that client would now have what they need to go ahead and get the loan to move forward with construction. So let's pause for a second now and put on all of the fancy words and the fancy theories. Why is owning land important? And the simple answer is, historically, it has always been the best way to secure wealth. And it's historically one of the few investment types that is able to withstand the test of time. So in the event that you have a lump sum of cash that you want to store or secure, especially under economic conditions where inflation is an issue, land or real estate is usually a sure shot. A lot of times, and this is human nature, we get excited by the new fancy investment types like cryptocurrency or stocks, and these can be great investment types despite being high risk. But buying land always withstands the test of time. So just stop for a second and think about it. What kind of investment you can make where it can be passed down for generations? That's just something that I'm always personally conscious of, and perhaps you should also consider it. So that's the end of the video. See you in the next one.